everybody. Welcome to Mama's Comedy Show.
Hey! Hey, cousin everyone. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Melanie.
Hello.
And it's Cousin Kenny.
What up?
Kenny literally just walked in.
Literally
Real
just walked
smooth,
in.
right up
Hands
to the
in his
microphone.
pockets.
That is perfect timing.
All of the setup has been done. He walked.
Yep.
What a fucking rock star.
I timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
He's been outside this entire time, just waiting, peeping through the one little bit of window.
Yep.
How you guys doing?
Pretty well. How about you?
Yeah,
Good. I just got back from a cruise.
that's
I
right.
saw.
And not only was I on a cruise, I rode the murder train to Miami and back.
What's the murder train?
Bright line?
Brightline.
Oh, that one.
It has the highest death rate of any train
Did-
in the United States.
You run anyone over that you know of?
No, and I found this out before we got on. It's been 20 days without killing someone, and that's like remarkable. And so the whole time we were on the train, I was thinking, we're due.
Do people just walk in front of it? Is that the issue?
Or jump.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. If they do it on purpose? Because
That-
if they're doing it on
Is it
purpose,
murder then?
it should be called the suicide train.
Well, maybe that's what the train wants you to think. If you could
Ooh.
make a
Train
murder
is
look
just
like...
calling people in.
Yeah. I'll say this. As we were going through like the Stewart area, I think it was, that horn on the train was nonstop. So I think the problem is it's hitting cars too. Like
No.
not while we were on it that I know of. But yeah, people, they try to beat the train. Florida people are dumb.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually knew someone I went to school with, whose mom got killed by a train.
Yeah?
Because she was driving across the track and someone rear-ended her, and they decided to stop where they were
Oh,
to
shit.
deal with it. And someone on their bike came by and was like, "Hey, there's a train coming, move your car." She was so flustered she couldn't find her keys. So she left her car on the track and backtracked it out.
Right?
And in the worst case scenario, the train hit the car and launched it into her.
Oh.
So she had backed out.
That's
and it still
terrible.
killed her. Yeah.
That's terrible. But if I were to be killed by a train, that's a pretty cool way to
There was
do
just
it.
so many of these options, and everyone's like, "It's fine." And
If
it
she
still got
lived-
her. It
Yeah.
still got her.
If she lived, she'd have a really cool story to tell.
Yeah.
She did not.
But imagine like just seeing a car fly into someone. That's wild. That's movie style stuff.
Yeah. And she's the only one that got hit. So
Yeah.
the other person, the other car, all the people around, the guy on the bike, no one else got hurt.
How bad would you feel if you rear-ended her? You're just checking a text. Next thing you know, you're responsible for killing this woman.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's in my brain. I would be like, I'm responsible. She wouldn't have been in that situation.
Correct.
If I wasn't looking at those boobies someone sent me on
Yep.
Snapchat, and then like when the police are there and they're like, "Oh, do you still get a ticket for rear-ending her?" Or are they like, "Hey, technically,
They don't have to fix her car anymore.
you killed her." So
This is why I tell my wife to stop sending me booby pics on Instagram.
That's the
Because you
reason.
just never know.
You're-
Wait till I get home before you send me those.
your wife is
and I'll
right
walk,
there.
I'll walk into another room
And
and
my
shut the
son.
door, and then you can send them.
Yeah, your wife is there and your son. How old are you now? 15. Man.
He's going to be 16 in September. I'm just getting him ready.
Yeah, for boobies?
Booby
For
pics
boobies.
don't happen till 16.
I don't know. You
That's
ever
what Kenny's saying. You got to get ready. 16 is booby pics
have
year.
you ever seen a boobie? In movies? Yeah.
Movie booby.
Those-
Booby movie.
Those are the best ones. They're boring in real life. Melanie,
Wait,
show them.
You've never seen him in real life? Yeah, wait till cousin James gets here.
Yeah. Nah, you don't want your first experience ruined like that. One's all lopsided, cockeyed boobies.
She's all strapped
James,
up
you're-
right now.
James, you're eventually going to listen to this podcast.
Nah, she's not.
I didn't think it would go that far.
She's
I
not going to listen to
apologize.
this.
You
She's
knew
not-
it had to.
There's
no way it couldn't have.
All right.
I wasn't expecting it, but I should have.
Yeah. But movie boobies have been auditioned. They're auditioned movie boobies.
Yeah.
So there have been several boobies to check for the best boobies.
Right.
So they should be the best.
That's why, do you guys have Max?
Yes.
I'll give you a list of
No.
things to watch. I'll give you
Yeah.
some real good ones.
I guarantee you there's articles that tell you which are the best movie boobies.
I think there's a whole website dedicated to when nudity happens in movies. What is the name of that website?
So you can just skip forward.
I'm not
Mr.
sure.
Skin?
Is that it?
Is that the same thing as,
I
like-
haven't heard about Mr. Skin in years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is
There's,
Mr.
like,
Skin still a thing?
the website
don't
where it's
know.
like, does a dog die in the movie? So you all check the boobies and I check if the dog dies?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Elliot, I'll look for one of those free 7-day trials of Cinemax, but you got to stay up till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And you'll
Only
see
when you're
some.
16.
Yeah, you have to wait till September when you're 16.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's illegal.
Yeah.
That's
If
right.
Melanie showed you her boobs right now, she'd go to jail.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's the only reason she's not doing it.
Sure thing.
We have another child coming tonight. Well, an actual child. You're almost 16.
It's still technically a try.
Yeah, but you know what? If he killed someone in a brutal enough way, they would try him as an adult.
But they'd have
Yeah.
to discuss it. It's on the line. They'd have to decide.
That's true. He's white. they would.
Yeah.
They would discuss it. If your last name was something like Hernandez, you're an adult.
No.
There wouldn't even be a trial anymore.
That's
You,
true.
you would just get sent to what, Venezuela? Is that where
Yeah.
they're sending them all now?
Just they take a dart and they pick a place.
Look at that. Got political second week in a row.
I know. God damn you guys.
There's always a little
let's
bit.
turn-
There's
let's
always
turn
a little
away
bit.
from that.
Even if we
Let's
don't
turn away
say
from
it,
that.
there's an
I was-
undercurrent.
I
Let's
was
go
listening.
back to boobies.
No, so anyway,
Boobies.
a buddy of mine is coming tonight, and his daughter is 9.
Oh no.
And like they're from New Jersey, but their daughter is genuinely very sweet. Like
Okay.
a very sweet
so
girl.
we're gonna break her?
No, I brought AirPod Maxes with good noise cancellation.
Okay.
So she's going to be watching some iPad in the back.
Okay.
In other words, Todd's going to groom her.
Yeah, no. We have to wait for
She's
the
gonna be
fringe.
watching boobies in the back?
Yeah, boobies. Kenny got her a 14-day trial of Cinemax.
Yeah.
16 for boys, 9 for girls.
Yeah, well, you do mature faster.
It's true.
Hi, are you guys here for the show? You can come on in. We're just doing our pre-show podcast, and we're talking about Cinemax and boobies.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't leave.
Yeah, welcome. Anywho, what was I going to say? We were talking about I was in Mexico. I was in the Bahamas. Virgin Cruise is really like they do it right. Like Virgin Cruise is a really good cruise line.
What makes it right?
There's no children,
Oh.
and
That'll do it.
so all of the shows are tailored specifically for adults. Although there was a show I went to see, and it is kind of a raunchy adult show, and no nudity or anything, but just strong sexual language. And a guy did come up and basically said that this isn't what America is about, and like he said it to the host, and then left, and she just smiled, and someone in the audience just shouted, "Go, what did he say?" And she's like, "Well, he wants to make America great, and that's okay. He just said
Yikes.
it's not for him." I was like, "That's not what he said."
Mm.
What type of show was it?
It's like this. It's like a game show where half of the
Oh,
audience goes
okay.
against the other half of the
Okay.
audience, and they'll play like music. And the co-host is this really kind of effeminate, like pretty boy, who does some like circ acts as well.
Okay, so this I was gonna say human, and then I was like, I don't want to be associated with that. This person
Yeah.
walked up and said horrible things. They were offended by
Yeah.
this game show.
And,
Okay.
and walked right up to the host of the show and said it. You know, we had that back in the tavern days. We did this whole musical number at the end of our show, and it's all parody. Like we did
Right.
parodies of Hollywood, we did parodies of like pop culture, and then we did parodies of politics, and then we ended it with like some big thing. So this will tell you how far back this goes. But we had Hillary and Bill Clinton
Yeah.
doing a version of Summer Nights that was all about him sleeping around and her being like, "Oh, I'm gonna run for president one day and I'm gonna fuck someone." And we had Mitt Romney do Gangnam Style,
Oh,
but he
gosh.
was no, that was Barack Obama Style was the song. That's the point. Okay, this is it. It's all coming back to me. So Mitt Romney did a song, and then we had this floating. We had a video image, a floating Obama head. Cousin Alan Forbes,
Yeah.
does a phenomenal Barack Obama impression.
Oh, yes. I've heard
He
it.
really does. So we hired him to lay down the track, but he did Gangnam Style, but it was Barack Obama style. And mind you,
Did Alan sing it?
yeah.
Great.
Mind
Fantastic.
you, we like were shitting on every single because that was my whole point. Is I was like, we can't skew far right, we can't skew far left. We have to basically shit on every politician in order for this to work. And we did have one night, guy sitting front row, cowboy hat. I'm not making that up. Cowboy hat. The minute Obama appeared on the screen, and it was a whole like Wizard of Oz parody sort of thing. And we animated his head like South Park, like the flapping head sort of thing. And the minute he appeared, the guy just pushed himself away from the table, got up, took his wife by the arm, and they walked out. Like didn't even get to the joke.
I will not be in the same room with that man.
but
that man's floating head. I will not.
But yeah, I find certain people are more vocal than others. Certain, whatever.
Yep.
Takes all kinds to ruin a country. But anywho, I notice I say that a lot on the podcast.
Anywho, it's your stall word.
It's my what?
Stall word. When you're thinking of your next point or segment.
Have a stall word?
I'm sure I do. What
Yeah,
would be
that's
my
it.
stall word? And maybe I just elongate my words to fill the
Yeah.
space.
My stalwart is banana.
Oh.
I've never
Just
heard you
in-
say banana.
Insert
Oh,
that.
never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, do you mean to stop yourself from having another child?
Yep. I get stalwart and safe word.
Did you
mixed
have
up.
a vasectomy?
No.
You want one?
No.
I mean, I'm not offering to do
Were
it.
you going to do it here today on the
I
podcast?
offered when our daughter was born. I offered because we said we only want 2 kids, and I said I offered, and she said no, don't worry about it.
You said no, don't. You were just like, it's fine if I never see it again.
Banana.
Banana.
Oh, right. Oh, so they took care of it there. Oh, see, look at that. Now you're not. You can shoot normal. You're not shooting dog
Yep.
water.
No more spray and pray.
Although my mom had her tubes tied after me, and I have a sister who's 13 years younger than me.
Yeah.
From your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know
you
if it
just
was a
thought I
half
announced.
sister.
I just
I'm
said
just
my
checking.
mom's tubes were tied. Like that
Yeah,
was the
I know,
miraculous part.
But then you paused, and I was like, there feels like there's a bit in this that I don't understand.
No.
Some joke.
Speaking of bits,
How did that happen?
Oh, by the way,
when a man loves a woman,
Listen. It was not a successful procedure?
apparently it can sometimes happen.
Okay.
by the way, Melanie, spray and pray is when a guy
Okay.
climaxes inside and then prays.
Don't
that
look
she
at
does
Melanie.
not
Look at
get
your son
pregnant.
when you
Yeah,
explain.
Yeah.
That sounds like a 15-year-old
Elliot,
lesson.
spray and pray. No.
Boobies 16, spray and pray 15.
Melanie, do you want to have kids?
Do I have kids?
Do you want to have kids?
Okay, you definitely just asked me if I had
I didn't.
them.
You can listen to the playback.
I won't. I won't listen
I know
to the
you
playback.
won't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hear the voice went up. That means
Maybe.
no.
So listen, I definitely think having children would be good.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I physically want to have a child.
Right.
If a child just appeared,
Right.
that's probably more likely. Like adoption feels closer as an option than me.
What if I told you the government might give you $5,000?
Sold. What was the other option? Also, just teach me about my period more, because if I
Yeah.
understand
You wanna-
ovulation, I'll more likely.
Yeah, that is true.
Sold.
Do you guys know what we're talking about? Do you guys hear about that? They're floating the idea of offering women $5,000 to have a child,
We need more
Yeah.
babies in America.
or to teach them about ovulation.
because if we understand when we can get pregnant, we're more likely to.
Right. Yeah. It's like
It's probably more than that to just get ready to have the baby.
I remember back in the 90s, they estimated the cost of raising a child from 0 to 18. Again, this was like in the 90s, was over $100,000.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's way more nowadays. Yeah.
That's why anytime a girl I'm dating says, "Hey, I'm late," I go, "Okay, I'm glad I didn't tell you my real name," and then I run out the door. Elliot, see, that's a good point. When you meet a girl like out at a bar, never give her your real name. Always use the name Frank. Because then you're not lying whenever you say, "Can I be frank with you?" And when they say yes, you're like, "I got you." Melanie didn't know my real name until the week ago.
I still don't.
We had someone with your last name. I'm not going to say it because I don't want people stalking you. But we had someone with your last name in the audience tonight, and I texted you to go like, "Hey, you have family here?"
No.
It's not a name that I hear
don't
a
have
lot.
family here. It's a relatively common last name.
I don't think so.
You're the only one I
Maybe-
know.
Maybe
Yeah.
we're related and I don't know it, but no. I don't have family here.
Either that or Melanie's in witness protection.
Anything is possible.
What would you do? Let's see. How far would Melanie go to like Melanie? Would you kill someone if? All right, they're holding.
Where is this going?
Well, we're gonna find out. All right, imagine
Anywho,
someone is threatening your family.
Banana.
Someone's threatening your family. Do you
Okay.
do you kill him?
threatening them with what?
I don't know, a weapon. I'm gonna stab your mom, and you have
If
a gun.
someone was threatening to murder my family,
Yeah.
if I could murder them first, would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you disappointed with that?
No, just it
Would you not?
depends. Like
If someone was threatening your family to murder them, and you
Like-
could either let them get murdered or murder first, would you?
if they were threatening my assistant. Well, like, all right. Well, there's a lot to like.
there
Did we have
shouldn't be this much to unpack.
Did we have a fight beforehand? Because maybe that plays into my decision. Maybe I'm upset.
Are you long-term upset? Like
I
you're
mean-
going to regret it in a week?
I mean, it would be a long term if I didn't do anything to
Right.
stop it.
In a week, you're like, man, I should have saved her.
as
I'm
that
bored.
as that life insurance check cashes, and I'm like, oh, I got all this money to spend on no one. Oh, life is terrible.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
enough of a life insurance check to just like travel the world?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm listen. After I pay the guy, I don't know what's left.
All you have to do is rear ender on a train track.
Yeah, now that I know that's an option, that's like a Final Destination death.
Yeah.
Did you see have you ever seen a Final Destination movie?
No, but I generally understand what happens.
Yeah. I did see the extended trailer for the new Final Destination where there's the guy who works in the tattoo and piercing shop. And have you guys seen it? Anyone? You saw it?
No.
Yeah, he climbs up and he gets his nipple ring chain caught in something that goes into the fan. And so he's like pulling himself up. It's not Melanie, I will go see that together.
Nope.
Gross.
Yeah, it's good.
No one needs a nipple that bad.
If you cut your nipple off, would a nipple grow back, or would it?
I'm not a gecko.
Geckos have nipples.
It's just their tails grow back.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm not an axolotl.
She's
Alright.
not
Their
a
legs grow back.
starfish.
I'm not a
Although,
starfish.
wouldn't that be weird? A starfish, if you cut off one, it regrows it, but the part that cut off becomes a whole new starfish.
Right.
Wouldn't it be weird if somebody if Melanie cut off her nipple and it grew back, but that nipple turns into another Melanie?
Another Melanie.
Is it a regular sized Melanie? Because sometimes a
No,
starfish's
little-
arm is smaller.
No, literally
mostly
be the
nipple.
same. It gets mostly nipple, but yeah, it'd literally be the same size.
That'd be great because
Interesting.
then, if you think about it, if you became a hot commodity and people were like, "I want a Melanie,"
You just keep chopping
Yeah,
off
chop it
nipples
off
of the new
nipples.
one. I just assume the nipple would grow and it would just be like a small hat and it would grow out of it. I don't feel like the boob would grow first. I feel like it would just grow head down. I don't know.
they are doing that more. I guess they're planning on going forward with that tooth regrowth process. Did you see that?
With
There
the
was
what?
It was like
No.
a Japanese company. They had successful tests, and now they've tested on humans, and it's been successful. But it's to regrow teeth. It's
Oh.
I think it's an injection that they do.
Like into the gum and your
I-
tooth grows?
I
Into
hope.
any part of your body and a tooth grows?
Yep.
Interesting.
Old chomper vagina Melanie here.
One tooth. Just one. It's a surprise.
It's like or two teeth, but they're like Dale from Chip and Dale. They're like a space between
There's a
them.
gap.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
It's adorable.
We were talking about.
Anywho,
Shut up. We were talking about the using those anywho's or words, pause words. I have one when I do a British accent, like a for real British accent, and it's the word well.
does that just get you into the accent?
Yeah.
That's your trigger word?
It gets me back into it, but also because all of my British friends said well a lot. And I think like that was one of those things where I'd be talking something and I'll go, well, yeah, that's right, yeah, well, but not that fast after each other.
At some point, whenever I was actually trying to learn how to do a British accent, I think mine was snooty. Snooty.
Yeah.
Like that was my
Because that
trigger
just comes
word.
up in regular conversation.
No, but it just helped.
So I'd like a latte, snooty. Wow.
Excuse me. Did you just call me?
We had a pretty good bit last week because we were doing some improv games on the podcast, and Kenny just kept setting himself up with suggestions. So we were like, that should be Kenny's one-man improv show where he just comes out on stage. He's like, all right, someone in a common household object. And everyone shouts things out, and he goes, I'm going to do toilet.
No matter what they say.
Yeah, his scripted improv show, it's the same in every city he goes to, but he's wildly popular.
What's in your trunk drawer? I heard pencil. Thank you.
No one said
anything. I heard pencil.
I always thought it would be good to do a Fringe show. And the whole point of it is you go, hey, this show is guaranteed to make you feel an emotion. If you don't have an emotional response, you get your money back. And then the curtains open, and you stand there, and you take a bow. Or you do like a 20-second monologue, and then you take a bow. And when people are like, yeah, I didn't really have an emotional response, I'd like my money back, please. You go, no. And they go, well, you said that I would get my money back if I have emotional response. I'm, I don't care. I'm not giving you your money back. And they're like, but I paid knowing that you would give me. And I go, I'm sorry. I don't care. And then once they get really angry, you step back and take a bow and go, thank you.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work, you cut one nipple off.
The other like Fringe show, I had a friend that was asking for Fringe shows, so I was throwing out real dumb ideas like that. The other one was, I could see this being very dramatic, but you walk out on stage and you put a gun down on a chair, and then you tell the audience, I love performance. I always dreamed of becoming famous. Now I know that that's not going to happen. So I'm going to kill myself unless someone here can talk me out of it. And you have people in the audience give you reasons to live. And then at the very end, you go, I'm not going to kill myself now. And then you pull back a curtain where you've had a child tied up the entire time. Because now that I live, I'm going to kill this child.
Oh, no.
And scene. And then when they all leave the theater, you just hear the gun go off.
Oh, no.
So then they're like, did he kill himself or did he kill the kid? I don't know.
The kid.
It's the art continues after they leave.
And you want to do this for a Fringe show?
No.
Elliot, you want to do
The
a Fringe
issue-
show?
The issue with that in a Fringe show is there will be people in the audience who are like, great. This means I have time to get up and do my own show for a minute.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to promote myself and just let you die.
What was that show with the gorilla that happened in?
So it's pretty common. It's not just here, but it's a young man dressed like a gorilla, dressed like an old man, rocks in a rocking chair for 59 minutes and then leaves.
Right. And now, do you guys know this story?
I don't
That's
know the
literally it. It's a guy in a gorilla costume.
Dressed as an old man.
Dressed as an
gorilla
old man.
costume as an old man in a rocking chair, and he doesn't say a word and he doesn't do anything. He just rocks for 59 minutes straight and then stands up and walks off.
And then in Orlando, it kind of made the local paper because drunk local performers went up and basically,
him.
yeah, did their own stuff and
Poked at him and touched him and like got involved and said things and tried to do their own bits and shows.
now if he pulled out a
Yeah.
gun, ooh, different show.
Yep.
The minute the first person stands up, he pulls out a gun and points at an audience. That's your plant. You have a plant in the audience. and you have the plant like start to harass them, the minute they stand up, you pull out the gun and point it at them and go, sit the fuck down. You take off the mask, you pull them up on stage, you go, everyone give me a reason not to kill this asshole. And then after they convince you not to do it, you pull back the curtain and there's a kid.
So many layers. Are you having a feeling now?
I'm terrified that Todd came up with so much detail about this bit.
Yeah. Listen.
Todd still has a child in his home, tied up.
Yeah. I was just hoping to get that $5,000. I just go to the government with a bunch of kids and I go, I found all these. Do I get $5,000 each, or like do you start nickel and diming me for each one?
Let's negotiate.
I think you get more for adopting a child. Like I think you get like government assistance for adopting a child.
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know how much. I don't know if it's a lot, but I've heard that.
And I know that if I got
foster, you also
yeah,
have assistance.
Yeah, I've looked into fostering. And I know that if you get enough children, you can sell them to the Shein factory in China for a real good deal. And you get a discount on your next iPhone.
Wow.
They sign it and send it back to you.
Has pictures of them on it. They're all crying.
See,
You're
Melanie,
like, Dad.
we've made Melanie so dark. We've broken Melanie. We've broken her.
Oh my gosh.
Has anyone else in your life like said, "Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?" After you just start swearing at people?
No. I think it's still relatively contained. It hasn't quite branched out.
It's just like when you enter the door, a demon chloroforms the angel on her opposite shoulder. And he's like, "It's just you and me, bitch."
Just duplicates onto the other shoulder.
Because it cut off a nipple.
One nipple. Yep.
All right, we should start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Melanie. All right, we'll leave you for later. Kenny.
Yeah.
What did you learn tonight?
I learned that it's going to be a long time before I bring my daughter to this show.
How old is she?
She just turned 10.
Oh, all right. Well, I got a 9-year-old. We had a baby once before. Melanie.
Oh, I remember that.
You know, Melanie, the baby that was in our audience was actually Cousin Tony's, who he'll be here tonight. But Cousin Tony's baby, his wife she was like in a little carrier, brought her. But we were like, no one say anything about the baby. Don't tip off that it's Tony. So when he went to the audience for a suggestion, he went, "Hey, there's a baby here." And he bent over and he picked it up and started holding it in the air going, "Hey, look at it, there's a baby."
And shaking it like that?
Yeah.
Isn't there some sort of death
I don't know.
syndrome with shaking babies?
She seems fine now.
Yeah.
Melanie, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that the legal ruling on booby movies is 16 years old.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know that before.
Always important.
And I learned something tonight, too.
What is it?
I learned when I was 12 years old, I broke the law by watching some booby movies.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right, we're
Yikes.
Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 9 p.m. Go to www.mamascomedyshow.com. Kenny, where can people find you?
Probably right here, whenever you schedule me again.
We'll see. Melanie, where can people find you?
Hey, speaking of Fringe, come watch a Fringe show that doesn't have a child restrained in it. We have a...
That we know of.
Oh, boy. That's right, I haven't read it yet. But we're having a sketch show. It's Mama's sketch comedy show.
Yeah.
You're right, there could be a child restrained in it. I haven't read it yet.
We'll add one. We'll add one tonight.
But we have 4 shows during May. Come on.
And you can find me in that same show, or you can buy my books on Amazon. Actually, I had some people buy my books here locally recently.
Fancy, where is that, Tom?
From Atomic Horror.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but when is the Fringe show? Because apparently I'm in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know when or where it's going to be.
It's going to be right here in
It's gonna be
1010
here?
Brewing.
Okay, but when?
There's 4 dates. I'll tell you later.
All
I
right.
can tell you now. You want me to just tell you now? It is
May?
May 16th, which is a Friday. May 17th, which is a Saturday. May 21st, which is a Wednesday. And May 24th, which is another Saturday. They're all in the evening.
Do you need me all 4 days?
Yeah.
Okay, can you text me those
Yeah, I
dates?
will.
I'm hoping to get. What time are we starting the shows?
They're all different, but the earliest you would have to be here any night is 8:45 p.m.
Okay. Just if you can text me those dates
send you.
so I
All
can
right. Melanie,
do a
can you
little
text everyone in the
rearranging at
audience
work.
those
Yeah, I'll
dates?
just send everyone. If
Yeah,
you're
send
listening,
everyone.
if you're listening, I'm texting you.
Do you want to give out your phone number now so they can
No,
just
you'll
text
just be
you?
surprised.
In fact, give out your address too, just to be on the safe
I
side.
don't even want them to have my last name. We already discussed that.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Melanie Johnson.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of Mama's show. Four cousins took a trip one day, then the storm wind started to blow. The ship got tossed and turned around, then tossed around some more. When the storm clouds finally went away, they were shipwrecked on the shore. Cousin James was a very famous star. Fame was in her plans. Some say she would often go too far with her fame on OnlyFans. Little Melanie got off the bus, she's just a country girl. She always loves to fight and cuss, and her favorite necklaces is pearl. Then Cousin Kenny, sidekick true, he's not right in the head. His favorite paint chip flavor is blue. He once had sex with bread. Cousin Todd's the ship's best skipper. He assembled the Mama Squad. Lost his money to a dirty stripper. This shipwreck is insurance fraud. So join us here each week, my friend. You'll laugh just like a hoe. There's comedy till the very end at Mama's Comedy Show.
Lolo.
Hi.
Lolo.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Is that your...
That's Kenny. Hello.
Okay. All right.
Hello. This is me talking normally like me.